Fire cast off!
Great greetings everyone and welcome to another stream of mine. I hope you are doing well. It's nearly weekend time. Today we are not playing Battleforge, today we are looking at Battleforge. We are looking at the results of Battle of Tactics 1. Your actions count. I wasn't sure if our event manager will approve that name, but as you can see, they give me the green light, and so we have an interesting name, let's call it that way. For your planning, the stream will be around 1 hour. We are looking at 3 replays, and there will be 3 quizzes where you can win 1 booster each, so keep your eyes open. You might want to have that. We might want to wait another minute till other people will join. And this time I will repeat what the event was about. So we had an event on the map Encounter with the Twilight. It was on expert difficulty. To make it easy, you have to beat the map fast, and you had to use as little actions as possible. And now there comes the question, what do you mean with little actions? What is an action? An action is hello Mr. Watermelon. The action is every time you click to make it easy. It's a bit more about than just clicking. We will see that later in the stream, but to make it easy, every time you click, you make an action. Now we know what to do, but the important question always is what to win. To win, there is a lot. We started with the stuff I have prepared, so there is worms and shrines for everyone, well, at least for not the top players, as well as Juggernaut for the one with the fastest time. But I was talking with our Skylord team, and they provided in total 20 boosters for the participants. And some days after the event has started, our Skylord of Honor, Mr. Capo, messaged me and said, yeah, that's quite a nice event, but...
Spitfire, cast off!
Welcome. He said, yeah, that's a nice event, and I want to donate something, and he sent it over a handsome promo Rogan Kale, and this one is going for the one with the lowest action counts. Then some more days has passed, and Donar also messaged me and said, yeah, the one with the slowest time, I think he, with the most actions, sorry, needs some juice tanks. So he sent over some juicy juice tanks. And just 4 days ago, I think, there was some chatting in the Discord about the Battleforge points of Titan. And, well, let's say I received a message with 10,000 of Battleforge points for this event. As you can see, I think this is quite a lot of prizes for this event, so stay tuned for the results. I think everyone is now joined who wanted to watch. Don't worry if you couldn't stay till the end. The stream will be uploaded on YouTube, so you can check it out later. In total, we have 16 players in the event. So we have 3 tables to fill. We have the fastest time, the lowest actions, and the points. The points is something I tried. Not sure if this will stick for future events, but to make it easy, if you are the fastest player, you get 16 points. If you are the slowest player, you get 1 point. If you have the lowest action count, you get 32 points, so the double amount. And if you have the most actions, you get only 2 points. So the total points, the maximum you can get would be 32 plus 16 makes, let me think, 48, yes. But that's not, I think that would be hard to have the fastest time and the lowest action counts. So, and before we start, we have this nice quiz I already mentioned, and we will have 1 quiz before every replay, and this quiz is about what is the most used tier 1 color. So what do you think is the most used and how often it is used? So an answer could be fire 7 times, or frost, yeah, for example, like Mr. Dachi said, frost 8 times, something like this. So it's always a color and a number. I give you like 30 seconds to think about it and send your results, and then we can check who got the closest We have some frost, we have purple thicks, nature 5. Looking good. Let me take a sip. Frost 9 looks also nice. Frost 7. Okay, I think everyone had his chance to post something. Let's make another cut in 3, 2, 1. So now it's closed. I will show you something. This is the slice. So you see one color was half of the players. So the ones who choose to use 8 is a good decision. And now about the color, it was nature. So the closest one with nature is the nature 7 of Mr. Volin, if I see that correctly. So let me make a note about that, so I don't forget to send out the boosters. Yeah, the 8 plus the color. Okay. And with that, I can tell you the one with the fastest time also chose to start with nature. And this one is Mr. Sorry for butchering names in the complete stream here, so I call you itap. Sorry. Please don't throw rocks at me. So Mr. itap is the one with the fastest time with 18 minutes and 32 seconds. You also see his actions he placed on the 13th place here with 138 actions, and in the total point systems he ended up on the 9th place. So that's a nice start for our event here. And then let's jump over into Battleforge and have a look at his replay. Whoops. And that was the wrong button. Oh, streaming hard. So, this is looking good. No, it needs. I want you just a bit lower volume. Thank you. Okay, so if you are ready, then have a look. I prepared also something on the right side of the screen so you can see the actions he is using. So you see that he's starting with nature. Shaman is total of 3 shamans. We are playing back with 2 times speed because as you have seen, he has an 18-minute run, so we don't look at in total. It's a classic nature start. I've chosen to do it the same way. I think they can put up the volume a bit. Let me just, yeah, let's do it here. So, okay. I will think about this action displaying in other replays too, but there's a lot of waiting, so... You see, he is also playing with an keeper. That's the same tactic I also used when I tried to do the run. It's quite nice because of the witches here, the hacks. They get blocked, the same for the tower. And then the shaman can just attack and no one is bothering them. A bit optimization could be to not use shamans because you need to place an action command and an attack command. You see it on the screen going upwards. So you always have to play yes, now attack, and now attack the next one. You can't use the auto attack feature. Yeah, just cleaning up. Yeah, for sure you will see some nice tactics here. I will also make a video best of, but this will take a moment, multiple days probably, so you can see other tactics too. Yeah, next he's building the breeding grounds and spawning in night guards. He will use them to swap with the wild bloods. Here's coming the first, and swoop. It will change every minute, I think. Yeah, now tables have turned and he is using them. I think he will stack up about 3 or 4 and then go on to the next one. Yeah, Mr. Dachi has also made a nice run with a lot of, let's say, downtime. I think he was waiting for energy. So next, get your orbs, get your energy, because energy is key on this map. With not taking a lot of actions, you want to have energy at least, so you can use high level cards. Still some cleaning up and getting some more units in. Nearly every replay did it like this, going to tier 2 and then doing a lot of waiting and building army before going in here. Some more player, I think one player, just waited before clearing the tier 2, because it's not changing anything if you are tier 2 if you're waiting for energy. And well, if you only use the energy wells on this side, so why bothering with the army here? A lot of tactics were how to trap the units here and not to deal with the waves. So that was quite nice to have a look. So, and I think he's now getting back to another well, as well as the orb. We're currently at the shadow and here with the nature on tier 3. So far we are around 9 minutes in the run. I think it's pretty nice so far. Good in timing. Not a speed running, of course, but depending on the actions, it's not too bad. You often see the move command and the attack command. If the unit is attacking by itself, so for example if an enemy is attacking your unit and your unit will be able to attack them, that's not an action. Yeah, now with some nature spells we will clear the map. You can see the new creeping paralysis hard word, to deal with the big guy, and he's gone. He still has one of his white bloods, and that's totally enough to clear the rest here of the camp and the top camp too. Yeah, as I said, some cleaning up here. We are at 11 minutes so far. The next part is the big wave. Most players use the Screaming Stone. He will do the same. I think there are 2 players who choose to clear the top part without the wave. Now, time for some promo cards here. Using the breeding grounds to get the cheaper units here, or at least the cheaper summoning, let's call it that way. A nature defense were the plan of many players, or at least some players, so I think it's quite a nice defense here. As you can see, here's 2 of the XL units and then spawning in 4 of the tier 3 farm bugs, and this is all he uses for his defense with some spell support. And another promo card is coming in. It's the promo Snapjars. If you want one, well, you have to go to the shop. There are no way to get them at this point anymore. Maybe in the future, who knows? Of course you can wall mount. The units also get a lower damage. Now he has used the Screaming Stone. The units are coming in, and you see on the side he will use root to get the units out of range, the melee units, so only the range unit can attack, and that's not a lot of units in this attack. So it's a flying bird and the hex, and that's the defense. I think quite easy. He's killing his units, so he can spawn in tier 4 units, and I think it's quite nice. He is using not the army monument at that point. That is well, a lot of players use the army monument, and he's going for his tier 4 orb. And he is placing another breeding ground. As you see with the actions on the side, there are a lot of optimization. I think he could easily get his actions like 20 lower just by not building another breeding grounds here and just use that spawner, for example. But his decision and his first place in time. He's going for a shadow clear of the boss. I think he was the only one who is going for the Nectar Fury as well as the Fallen Sky Elf. It's working quite nice. You see, they are attacking. The Sky Elf is making the more damage ability, and that's it. Easy clean, 80 minutes and something. So that was quite the nice clear, if you ask me here. And with that, Mr. itap gets his first place on the time chart. Let's jump over back to our charts and want to give another shout out to some players, because we have also Hucklear, sorry for butchering names, who did a pure nature run, which was also quite cool. Mr. Metacross did nearly a pure nature run. He spawned one not nature unit. But we have another nice run by Mr. Calcula, sorry, Calcula, who did a frost run, a pure frost run. That was very, very nice. Just a short story, I did the run myself, and I ended up with 120 actions, and was then thinking to myself, oh yeah, 120, so I think the best players will go about, let's say 80 or something like this. Yeah, below 80, no chance. And then like 20 minutes after I made the run, Arabica sent it in a run with 59, and I was, what? You can't go below 60? That's crazy. That was crazy. And as you can see, Arabica only got the 5th place on the actions, but still with a very, very cool run. He did it with some Lost Spirit chips, so very, very good. At that point, I was prepared for everything. Maybe someone will send in a replay with 10 actions. I would say, okay, why not? I have another chart for you. This one is every dot you can see is one player, one run. And on one axis you have time, and one axis you have the actions. So the farther you're on the left, the faster you are. So this one is itap because he is the most on the left side, and the higher you are, the more actions you have. And yeah, Mr. Watermelon Lord, had find someone. There was someone with a lot of actions, but I want to give a shout out because he joined. Not as other players who said, "Oh, I'm not sure if I'm winning winning something." And we was talking on the Discord, and he joined, and I was very, very happy that he tried. And with that, a small shout out to Mr. Watermelon Lord with his 549 actions, but 5th place in time, so it was not too bad. And this is the point where we can do another quiz, because we now have a feeling for the actions. So the next question is, what do you think is the most used actions in the top 15 players? So sorry, without Watermelon Lord, because yeah, that's a lot of actions and they would make the statistics a bit bad. So these are the possible actions you could trigger in a run, and we had a total of 1,328 actions. So the 500 of Mr. Watermelon would be like a third of that. Yeah, so you now can send in the action you think is the one which used the most, and please add how often it was used. So something like switchgate 100 times, or attack 500 times, or collecting gold, or leaving game, or whatever you think. Mr. you think the attack command only 8 times? I'm asking for the most used one. So it's probably more than 8. Yeah, total over all players. All players who joined besides Mr. Watermelon Lord. Yeah, numbers coming in. Okay, we have a lot of numbers here. Let's get a sip to drink and then we check what's going on. Okay, so let's stop here and let's get the table ready. What's the most used action and how often it was used? And as you can see, the most used action is summoning a unit with 386 times over all 15 players. Let's check. Damo had 400. Tato with 600. Volin with 700. With 475. So it looks like Damo will win. Brand? Did I skip on someone? You're allowed to help me here. There are a lot of numbers. Yeah, well, Mr. Volin already got his booster, so only one booster here. So it's going to Damo. Let me note that so I don't forget it. Getting old, so when you look at this list, you may see some lines where I think, Not sure what is this opening gold. So there was someone who opened the gold chest in an event where every action counts. So this must be a very big giga chat. And well, this giga chat was Brent. And he opened his 3 gold chests in this run. And I was happy because I'm still needing some gold to upgrade my cards. And so I could feel with him, when I play this map I want my gold. So he collected 3 gold chests, but didn't had a very bad run, so it wasn't not that bad. He was even lower action count than my run, so that's good. But enough of this, let's get the first place in the second table. This is actions, so who is the one with the lowest action counts? And this one is Mr. Volin. Mr. Volin cleared the map with 50 action, not teen. And this is quite the nice run, so it's very optimized. So I've also made a small table about the actions he used, and as you can see, a lot of this summoning and not that much of move and attack orders. And you also see the row with objective OK. That one is what I mentioned in the beginning. Some actions you can't do anything about this. The game will enter these entries in the replay, and with that you have 5 more. But this 5 more is what everyone has. So you can't do anything about this 5. There are also some which are added by the game by itself. Yeah, Mr. Volin already written it down. There's some where you can't do anything, that's just in there. You can't optimize that much. So, but still, 50 with that rule set we used is quite the nice run. Let's check the run out and see how little actions you could have. So let's jump over to Battleforge, and yeah, we will not have the actions on the side this time because the replay is going about 42 minutes or something like that. There's a lot of waiting, so we will speed up quite a bit. You see a frost start, which quite nice. That's not that often used, as you have seen in the first chart. We had a lot of nature players, so looking good here. As you can see, the map only starts if you are starting, so the guy here will get healed by the system, so you really have to move there. Mr. Volin taking his time here in the beginning. Let's speed things a bit up till he has a decent army to clear the first part of the map. Going in, killing the guy, attacking the next part, and the next ones, speeding up a bit, and going directly to the next one. Using the home soil and the ice barrier to have enough damage to clear this. Only the tower left. And close call here, getting the next orb. As you can see, he skipped the first well. That would be one action, but would speed things up in the long run, especially if the run is going for 40 minutes. So yeah, you're also using the Juicy Juice tank, which some more player used, which isn't a bad idea as well. He's using the White Rangers who can shoot over this wall. I haven't seen this before. I was thinking, why the White Rangers here, and then he's shooting over here, and I thought, well, interesting, let's call it that way. Yeah, here on the top you can see Mr. Volin used the Rogan Kale to do his job. as King of Liar and clearing out the units. And his units are dying here, and I think that was his big plan, because if he kills his unit, that would be an action. He also used one kill own unit action, as we saw before, but if the enemy would attack here more, he didn't have to kill his units. Well, at this point it's just a waiting game, so I will speed up here quite a bit, because he's needing a lot of energy. So yeah, just shooting with the guys to clear out the camp and get this range guys here to do something else. Yeah, some are shooting. Rogan Kale is doing his job and is surviving. We will see that Rogan Kale had a hard time on this job, on this map. We are in at 10 minutes. That was the moment where our first runner get his tier 3 and triggers the attack. And Mr. Volin starting with building some units. Here is an mountaineer. Yeah, and the guys are still shooting, because if you give them another order, that would mean another action. So let them stand and shoot till the end of the map. Some more of the mountaineers. And some more waiting, so I speed up. Thank the Skylord Reborn team for the 32 times speed up. We get some birds in. More waiting. And don't worry, there are some other replays with even more waiting than Mr. Volin's run here. As you can see, nothing is really happening. He maybe get the message, if you are not using any units now, then you won't get gold or something like this. So we can check out the guys on the bottom, and they are still shooting as expected. We're at 21 minutes and still collecting energy. We are at 800, 900 energy at this point. I think now it's a lot of to go in. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, that was fast. He is going in quite crazy. He used his action command to also get the archers in, so they can help or die. Both is good in this run. And as you can see, cleaning up the camp just barely with his units, and the archers are the one who getting the orb. Now it's just a bit waiting till he hit his tier 3. The birds are buying some time here, and as soon as he's hitting his tier 3, the army monument coming in, as well as the breeding grounds, and still having 700 energy in his bank. So, army monument going up. We are playing Frost, Frost, Nature, Nature. So we are going for some Stone King here. And here is our first Stone King, the Grinder, and the Big Eye. And with that, I think he will take a moment more to get some more energy in, and then he will clear the camp on the side. Oh, yeah, that was an auto spawn of the map. We can speed up here a bit. You can see the waves are coming, but no problem for tier 4 units, so yeah, more waves. And Mr. Watermelon, no worries, you can check out the replay on YouTube later. More cleaning. I think the next wave is the moment where he is going for some attack. Or not. We are at 3 grinders and 3 eyes at this point. So not yet. More waves. We are at 35 minutes. The game will end in, I think, 40 minutes or 42 or something like this. And then, yeah, now the attack starts. You did it quite interesting, nicely, because one grinder is going the top way and will clear that part with an attack move order, and the other ones going downwards, so they will clear the bottom part here. And I don't think I have to explain that 3 grinders and are enough to clean up this camp easily. And with that, everything is cleared. And now just waiting to activate the stone, I think. Let's speed up. And stone is ready. And stone has been activated, and there is coming the army. And same here, the grinders are crazy strong. Especially with the Stone King ability to get less damage here. The range units doing also very good support with the dazing of the unit here. With the paralysis. And yeah. Hot knife through butter. One grinder's getting low, but all survive at the end, so it's fine. Yeah, and this is a clear. And now the only thing left is to go to the boss and say hi. So he is waiting for a moment, and I think then he is going directly to the boss. Yeah, that's the move attack command to the boss. And yeah, that is some boss bashing here. As you can see, the boss has a lot of life points, so the clear of our first runner, itap, was very fast in terms of damage dealing with the Necrofuries. The grinders are not have a lot of damage too, but not as much as the tactic before. And with that, this is a very nice run with in total 50 actions in the replay file, and as Mr. Volin has said in the chat, the real count of him would be even below 40. So congrats to Mr. Volin. Oops, wrong click. At that point, I want to give another shout out to some players who did the run without the army monument. I think that's something you should, say that you don't have to do that, and you did it, and that is cool, because that was a thing I was thinking about with the event manager. So to ban the army monument, but it wouldn't be something good or bad at some point. So why not use the army monument? I then thought about the decks the people were using, and I made the chart here, and you see the deck of everyone who joined in the event. As you can see, there are some players who go for only the things they need, like Arabica, who just use the lower card count, and you also see the pure frost deck, you see the pure nature deck, and or for example Mr. Metacross, who used a pure nature deck with one fire card. He switched his orb. So at that point I looked at this chart and was thinking, I think this is a good thing to make a quiz. And the question for this quiz, let me take a line. is what is the most used tier 4 card and how often do you think it has been played? Promo and normal cards count together, so if you see an promo grinder and a normal grinder, this counts together, and it's about all players. So Mr. Watermelon Lord is back in the game, not only to the top 50, all 16 players. What do you think the most used tier 4 card and how often it has been spawned? We're seeing the giant worm, we're seeing the grinder. Looking good, looking good. A lot of giant worms. You like your flying nature bird. Okay, so with that, I think we are done. Everyone had his chance. Let me take a last sip. And with that, let's take a look at the table. And it looks like this. And behold, it is the construct. So, not the giant worm. It was a construct. I think that's quite interesting. As I was looking through the replays, I realized that a lot of people use that because it's quite the nice clear. So yeah, and with that no one chose the construct, so the next one would be the giant worm, and that is a 17 by how clear. So congrats to you. I will make my note. You will receive a booster. And when you look at this table, there are a lot of positions with only one unit, but there is one row I want to point out. And this is the Ravenheart. And why would I say we want to point out the Ravenheart? Because the winner of the event, the winner of Battle of Tactics 1, is the one with the Ravenheart tactic. It was Erks. Sorry more for butchering names. I try with Erks. And yeah, he finished the run quite fast with only 3 more action than Mr. Volin. So his win on the first place is not because he has lower action count, but a lot faster run. Mr. Volin ended on 13th place with 43 minutes, and Alex with 27 minutes. So that's the gap why he's going for the first place, and Mr. Volin plays in total on the 3rd one. So congrats to you. Time to check out that replay of his. Let me jump over to Battleforge and find his replay. Collecting replays easy and finding bad. So yeah, let's speed things up. The beginning is all often the same. You see he let Rogan do his stuff, and then he needs to spawn something because the unit at the top is not dying without the interaction of the player. So we have some waiting here to get some more energy. And another frost start. A lot of this archer coming in. And then going to kill the unit, getting the energy well. I think this is one of the parts where he is going time-wise faster than Mr. Volin, because he will have earlier more energy. But the building of the well will cost 1 action more. And now it's only cleaning up the tower, and he is on his tier 2. He's also going for a nature, so Stone King tier 2. We can speed on things up here. As per usual, getting in the breeding grounds to get the cheaper units. Could skip this action-wise, but I think it's a good thing to do. Yeah, we are seeing a Viridia here. I think Mr. Majora would be proud. And some more waiting and getting in some more tier 2 units. These are quite nice because they have the knockback, well, the L units, which are coming here with the White Blood. It's quite good positioning here. He has it units that far in the back, so the attacker here are not interested to come and kill his units. So we can speed up even more, because he's just building a army to clear and go to his tier 3 at this point. Go even faster. And yeah, not too fast. And this is the point where he is going in for the attack. He was just waiting till the Wild Blood is away, so he don't have to deal with his this damage too. It's a bit chaotic here, but that's the problem of the auto-attacking feature of Battleforge. You just hope that they decide to attack the correct one, and as you can see, the one is doing the best on this spawner and the rest is going down here. He also used one spell here to get the building. Maybe an action he could also skipped. And now it's just a bit of waiting game. But also a funny thing about this Rogan Kale here. He is doing his best to win the battle of his life, fighting against quite the big army here. And when I was looking at the replay, I was, this hive is going quite low here. And he's pressing forward, going to the next one, and going for the next one, and going for the XL unit. And that was the point I was thinking, did he send in a lost run? And no, 78 life points are enough for Rogan Kale. And that was the point where, okay, that could be a lost run, but he did it. Yeah, now we are at tier 3 with Nature, Frost Nature. He also played the Juicy Juice Tanks. He played even one at the top. That's another more action he had in versus Mr. Volin. So if he had skipped that one, he could, and skip the tower here, he would even closer to Mr. Volin. So yeah, the battle, if you know what to watch and maybe make another run, then could be even closer than this. At this point, he's going for the army monument, as most players did, let's say it that way. He is always playing on power limit, so you see he don't have a lot of energy. Mr. Volin took his time to get more energy and spawn directly 3 or 4 tier 4 units, so we can speed things up here a bit. And I think now he's going for his army monument, and we see another nature orb. So triple nature and 1 frost. Stone King, if you want to say so, but not with a Stone King combination. Yeah, now it's time for some energy waiting game. He is not choosing to take this both wells here, so He's instead going in with his tier 2 army and using the mind control to get the big guy to clear the camp here. And that was a moment where I'm thinking, yeah, that's not bad. Killing a unit and getting an XL unit for only the spell. This means you get the energy back. This is quite the nice tactic, yeah. Yeah. The guy is going back to his default position. The rest is using the attack move command. Well, the rest is only one unit now, and now he is using another move. And with that, he cleared the camp. Yeah, okay. One last spawn. Let's speed here up. And then he's preparing his defense. Let's speed things more up. And yeah, here he comes, the first Ravenheart with the promo version. He already used the ability for the two guys here, get in his another units, and is clearing the camp here. As you can see, he's really going in, is not using the ability. He just used the move attack command and the units are going in and move and attack. He didn't use a circle or something like this. He just used it once, so they go back. I think now is the point where he used, the Screaming Stone, and now is coming the whole army. But at this point, he has quite the good army. He has the XL unit, the Abomination, which he grabbed, and now he gets the next one with mind control and get the energy back via Void Return. Same goes for the Raven guys. So he spawned in the how are they called? The Raven ships, the scout ships, which make also the Ravenheart faster, which also cost 250, I guess. And this is also going back to with the Void and back in his energy pool. And with that, he is nearly at the end of the run. He is probably just giving a move command. Yeah. Going in, he's sending the tier 2 first, because they are not that important. And this was an interesting choice. He used the Spore Launcher, I think, because this is a card with the most life points. And the guy would need longer to, get it killed or removed, dissolve. And as I saw it, why did he do this? Yeah, I think that was the reason. And with that, only the rest of his XL units coming in and disintegrate. Yeah, thank you. And cleaning up the boss. And quite nice because of the flying battleships. Some other people used also the frost battleship. They attack the ghosts too. So you don't have to use some attack commands or hope the units are attacking that one. It's just now a waiting game, and I think 27 was his time. And with that, he finished the map with a nice run, fast run, and a low action count with the Raven tactic. Yeah, congrats to you. And with that, we can fill up the table with the rest of the runner. This is now your chance to have a peek where you have placed here. And that's also the point where I say thank you to everyone who joined. It was a lot of fun to organize, to look at the replays. As I said in the beginning, the plan is to make a video for YouTube with the best of. So I will check out every replay once again and pick out the nice strategies in there and make a compilation, let's call it that way. Because in every run there was 1 or 2 or maybe 10 things which I was thinking, yeah, that's quite funny. Mr. Capo did an interesting way to get his energy well, and some other people use cards which I was not expecting, so I will compile there something. And with that said, I'm happy to give another shout out to Mr. Dachi, because he is the guy who is doing the next event. And when you are asking now, when does this event start? Now. It's now live. You can now go to the forum and check it out. Let me post you another link to this into the chat. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Dachi. Even faster than me. It's a run of King of Giants on Advanced. You can join as a solo player or as a duo. And as you may guess by the name, Onslaught on the Ground, you're allowed to play on the ground, but not in the sky, though you are not allowed to use flying units, as well as some of the defaults, like not allowed of the Army Monument or of the Enlightenment, or in map like this, you're not allowed to use Netherwarp. I haven't read the forum, I will do this after the stream, but go there, check it out, join it, it's a lot of fun. Probably, I haven't done it, but I'm pretty sure, I think the map is quite nice. And with that, I'm at the end of the stream. I've showed you everything I planned to show, I told you everything I wanted to tell you. So with that, I want to say thank you for everyone who joined in the event, and for everyone here on stream who joined and watched the stream with us together. Till then, I wish you a wonderful weekend and hope to see you on the next stream, or on the next event, or in the Discord, or in the forum. And yeah, see you.
short fuses.